Hi friends, I'm Phoebe. Welcome to my music discovery journey where I catch up on all the music that I've missed out on over the years. I am delving into Sleeptoken. I am almost at the end of their second album, This Place Will Become Your Tomb. We're at the penultimate track, High Water. This has been a ride of an album. I can't wait to see what this is about, what it's like. High Water, my immediate thoughts are when someone says the phrase come hell or high water. At first I was thinking, oh, they're in a high place, but actually no, come hell or high water is a phrase used when you say I'll do this despite anything that goes against me. Any hurdles, I will overcome them. Come hell or high water. Hell being like something awful, the depths. But high water also could be like drowning in high water. I don't know. Anyway, that's my very basic overview. Let's listen to this because I cannot wait. It's 5 minutes and 13. Oh, it's gone through. So have we got it up? Yep. It had played a second. I usually mute the tab, so I haven't heard anything yet. But let's go.
For the time being, I will still avoid my own questions, and we both bury that history deep. You know,
yep.
I can hold my breath forever. For the time being, you are still a perfect reminder of what all of these scars on my arms are for. If I can hold myself together, and I show myself on sacred paper, waiting on some holy favor, basking in the solace of regret. And it seems my hell is your high water. Wash me clean again before I pull myself beneath the waves.
Oh. That's beautiful.
When the mouth of infinity buries its teeth in me, I'll smile through the agony for you. And I know you still bear the weight of your own existence, and you'll never bear the weight of two. And I'd show myself my sacred paper, waiting on some holy favor, basking in the solace of regret. And it seems my hell is your high water. Wash me clean again before I pull myself beneath the waves.
Oh, that was an interesting end. Oh gosh. We're gonna have to dissect that one now as well, aren't we? That's what we do. We're going to listen to it a second time, and I'm gonna take you through. I'm gonna take you through what I'm thinking and feeling. I will say that ending, that outro, the instrumental, that really helped me not cry anymore. It was really nice, dramatic, meaty, but it was heartbreaking at the same time, that song. He's accepting that he can't pretend. And I thought he was just leaving it there, but he said he can't pretend that we will ever be together. And then he's falling apart, basically. Sometimes we have to go through that to move on. But sometimes we can't move on. For the longest time, it seems Vessel hasn't been able to move on. And even here it says, for the time being, I will admit defeat again. It also says I will still avoid my own questions. We'll come to that in a second. Oh, poor Vessel, man. He's over 10,000 meters below the surface. This is the lowest point so far. Didn't think it could get any lower. But here we are. There's still one more song at the end of this. I have a bad feeling it's not going to end well, judging by this journey that we've had so far. Blimey. Some people have said this is one of their favourites. I see why. Heartbreaking though.
For the time being, I will still avoid my own questions.
Very sinister.
Bury that history deep, but you know I can hold my breath forever.
Oh, gosh. There's so much to unpack in that one section. For the time being, for now, I will still avoid my own questions. I think it's the elephant in the room. Things that he wants to ask, but he's scared of the answer. Sometimes we don't want to hear things we don't want to hear. Sometimes we know what the answer will be, but we... but we're too scared to ask. And I'm pretty sure that's what that means. So we avoid them and call it the elephant in the room, because we all know what's going on, but no one wants to acknowledge it or give it any attention. It's an awkward subject, it's an uncomfortable subject, and we can't, as humans, we can't face that a lot of the time. As I've grown up, I've learned to try and be more direct with conversation with people. If it means that I have to confront a situation, I try and force myself, because I'd rather resolve something than not talk about it. But it takes a lot of learning and unlearning typical behaviours and trying to stay in our comfort zone. It's too relatable. Oh, Oh, okay. We both bury that history deep. They've been through a lot together. But you know, I can hold my breath forever. So he's not budging, he's stubborn. So he says at this point. That seems to change over the course of the song, though. In a way, on one hand, it's like he's still admitting he wants this, or he's sad about this, how the situation is. But he's saying, I can hold my breath forever. I will wait forever. I will be stubborn about this forever. That's what that feels like. The audio is very sinister.
For the time being, you are still a perfect reminder of what all of these scars on my arms are for. If I can hold myself together.
This one's also hard because it's self-harm. And he's basically saying, I cut myself. And it's because of this situation. It's because of you, he's saying. You are still a perfect reminder of what all these scars on my arms are for. On one hand, that could come across as guilt tripping. We make a choice, we do it for whatever reason, and you know, in our minds it's valid reasons, self-harm. We're doing it because we're not in a good place, and it can be doing it for some people might do it for attention, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean crying out for attention because they don't know how else to communicate this heartache. Some people do it because they don't want to be here anymore. I think that was Vessel's reason, at least when we started this whole album with Atlantic. It seemed like that is what he had done. It might not be it might be just him plainly saying that you're a reminder of what these scars are for, and it can be taken in so many different ways. I know personally from experience, I wouldn't say it to someone about them, but it would be a reminder of a situation if you were going through a hard time and that's when you did it. Of course, it's kind of obvious that it's a reminder of something. It's a reminder of your darkest times, self-harm. And if there are scars left, then for sure that they're going to remind you of that. And then it says, if I can hold myself together. Now, he can't, because later on he says he can't. He's really trying to keep it together for this song, for the time being, right now. And he's hanging on. But he's struggling to.
Hold myself together. And I show myself on sacred paper, waiting on some holy favor, basking in the solace of regret. And it seems my hell is your high water, wash me clean
and I choke myself on sacred vapor. Sacred vapor feels like sleep, or this deity that he is infatuated with, in love with, or has been in love with, completely consumed by. Vapor feels like the smoke trails behind. If I got that right, vapor or like steam. What's the actual meaning of vapor? Refers to a substance in its gaseous state. Yeah. The trails behind. I mean, they do talk about alchemy and chemicals and stuff like that, but I think this is more just like the trails of her scent, the scent she's left behind, the trails. And he's choking on that. He's kind of stuck in the past and being choked by it, waiting on some holy favor. Sleep is holy. He's described sleep as holy, sacred, fragile, rare, not like anyone else. And I guess he's saying he's hoping for a favor from them. He's hoping that they would have given in by now, but they haven't. And it kind of feels like, the way he's saying waiting on some holy favor, it's kind of like, what the fuck am I doing here? Waiting on some holy favor. How did it get to this? I look pathetic. Basking in the solace of regret. Solace of regret is it's a weird one, because just as I thought, solace is usually comfort, but here it says, or consolation in a time of distress, grief, or anxiety. Feels more like that. But solace of regret, I guess he's used to it. That's his comfort zone, or that's what he knows, and that's what he's gotten used to. This part got me second time around, and the first time around a little bit. And it seems my hell is your high water. I don't know if it's supposed to feel contrasting, or like these two people or two entities from different worlds that just weren't meant to be together, that they are so polar opposites that it hasn't worked out, because my hell is your high water. It was like was it the violet and red? My this is your that. I see green, you see yellow. Like, they're not the same. We are not the same. And it doesn't always matter when it comes to relationships. You don't always have to be the same, carbon copy of each other. But sometimes if you are that different, that contrastingly different, or, feel like worlds apart, perhaps it makes it a lot harder. And perhaps it feels even more apparent for him. He's saying, it seems my hell is your high water. Both of them are awful situations. And they are together in the phrase, come hell or high water, which is kind of poetic, that they belong together in that phrase. But he's also highlighting the sheer contrast of them, but perhaps suggesting, we are meant to be together. Look, hell or high water, they do go together, but they are quite different things when you look at each in an isolated term. Wash me clean again before I pull myself beneath the waves. It's drowning in them. God, it's so creatively written and heartbreaking. I feel like we've all been in this sort of state, or a lot of us can really relate to this. I know I've been in these silly situations where I can look back now and be like, God, I'm so glad I'm out of that now and actually better off. But sometimes you are so consumed and it hurts.
Beneath the waves.
The drums are insane, by the way.
When the month of infinity buries its teeth in me, I'll smile through the agony for you. And I know you still bear the weight of your own existence, and you'll never bear the weight of two.
This got me good the first time round. I tried not to listen to the lyrics there because I knew that bit was coming. Because I know it's going to make me cry. When the mouth of infinity buries its teeth in me, this endless pain, this forever pain, it's feeling heavier and heavier for him each day, each moment that passes, each minute that passes. He's sinking lower, he's falling harder, and this feels like forever for him. It says, when the mouth of infinity buries its teeth in me, when it's really got me in its jaws. He talks about teeth quite a lot. I'll smile through the agony for you. He would do anything for this being, even if it causes him so much pain. He'll bear it because he will do anything. He'll smile through the agony, he'll bear it, but he'll bear it with a smile. That's like pushing yourself far beyond your limits for love. That's really powerful. And I know you still bear the weight of your own existence, so whatever's going on, it's someone that is really struggling themselves. Perhaps that's what caused them to fall apart, that they couldn't be with someone because they couldn't even deal with their own existence. But it says, and you'll never bear the weight of two. I've taken that two different ways. You'll never bear the weight of two because Vessel will bear that weight no matter what. He's already smiling through the pain, pushing himself to his limits and beyond. He'll bear the weight for two people because he wants to, because he doesn't want them to feel pain. He'll take it all on. That's true worship. And the other way of interpreting that is acknowledging the elephant in the room and just realizing that it's not going to happen. It's not going to get better, and they will never be with him. he can't pretend that they will. It says it later on, but accepting you won't be doing that because you can't. That's a harsh reality of it. I feel like I'm more leaning towards the first explanation of he will take on the weight of two, but it could mean both. It could mean both at the same time. He would do it, but he knows that they won't. This whole one-sided relationship that isn't reciprocated, his love isn't reciprocated. God damn this band.
And I'd show myself my sacred neighbor, waiting on some holy favor, basking in the solace of regret. And it seems my help is your high water. Wash me clean again before I pull myself beneath the waves. For the time being, I will admit my defeat again. I will accept that I can't pretend we will ever be together.
Just going on those lyrics, because there is a big outro or interlude or breakdown. I don't even know the technical term for this part, but for the time being, I will admit my defeat again. I will accept that I can't pretend we will ever be together. It's almost like he's gone through this whole process throughout the song. He started off saying, "Oh, I can hold my breath forever. I will do it. I'll avoid the elephant in the room, but I want this to be something." But then kind of saying, "Oh, these scars, they're a reminder of you." I can hold my breath forever if I can hold myself together. But then it does say, I'll smile through the agony when the mouth buries its teeth in me, like the mouth of infinity buries its teeth in me. You'll never bear the weight of two, you'll never have to. But then it says, for now I'll admit defeat. I will accept I can't pretend we'll be together. Like, it feels like this, to me that feels like a change of a process. And then it says, I can't hold myself together. And that's so powerful. And he screams that, or he shouts it.
We will ever be together.
The drums are fantastic here, by the way. so good. It's so dramatic, emotional, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching. Just feels like a really dark and low place. That's why he's 10,014 meters below the surface. It hurts, there's pain. What else can he do at this point? He can't hold himself together. This place has become his tomb. It feels really chaotic. Almost, it's not anger, but it feels like frustration, desperation, scrambling at the situation, wondering how the fuck he got here. That's what it feels like. And then that's it. God, that's good. It's painful. That's a really painful one, but I think that might be one of my favourites too. God, had some really great ones here. I really liked Fall For Me. I think this and that were two standouts. But this whole album, I mean, Atlantic was amazing. Hypnosis was amazing. Mine was amazing. Like That was amazing. The Love You Want was amazing. Fall For Me, I've mentioned already, amazing. Alkaline was amazing. Distraction was amazing. Descending was amazing. Telomeres was amazing. And High Water. What a journey. They really don't miss. They are so creative. I'm looking forward to Missing Limbs, and if it's anything, if the rest of the album is anything to go by, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. So thank you so much for watching. For those who are on Patreon, the next one will be out tomorrow. For those who are on YouTube, the next one will be out next week. Patreon members have already experienced this whole album if you're watching on YouTube, and they would have experienced it a few months ago. These are going out in January, but I believe you will be watching this sometime in May or June of 2026. That's a long way away, but thank you so much for being here, for sticking around. To those on Patreon, thank you so much. Here's a shout out to all of you for joining as paid members from as little as £1. No pressure at all to join as a paid member. You can also join as a free member. There is content there and you can have a look around at the options, but no pressure at all. I promise you there's no pressure. All of these videos for Sleep Token will come to YouTube. I just had an incentive for people that wanted early access. And thank you so much for sharing this journey with me. It has been incredible. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye. Please like and subscribe.